It's a beautiful evening in stunning North Carolina as we welcome you to Carey and WakeMed Soccer Park for a mixed quarterfinal between Solo FC and prestigious Worldwide. Every team taking a step closer right now to the $1 million prize money, and two sides with very big ambitions will meet today in a must-win game to keep that hope alive. As we take a look at the mixed bracket, you'll see Solo FC and Prestige Worldwide in that top right. They both finished second in their group. Keep eyes on Sneaky FC. They were involved in the first ever penalty shootout matchup to find their ticket into the mixed bracket. Hi everybody, we're going to welcome you into our broadcast booth in Carey, North Carolina, alongside the wonderful Sari Rose. I'm Jess Charman, and Sari, it's a brand new debut of the mixed tournament, $1 million more. It's a wonderful addition.
Well, it's definitely been a learning curve for these teams. They can have 30 on the roster, and they select 10 women and 10 men each game to play. So it's been a ton of adjustment, as some of these men and women are also playing in their respective gender divisions as well.
Well, I'll tell you something, if I could have an opportunity for $2 million, I sure would. We'll get an opportunity to look at those rules, and it is a little bit different when it comes to the co-ed edition in mixed. 7 versus 7 still, but we're going to play 9-minute quarters. Women, men, women, men. The ball must be advanced every 8 seconds, and every match ends in target score time. If you're new to TST, let's talk a little target score time. We start at 7 versus 7. We set a score, +1 to the leading team score, and the first to that score wins the game. Solo FC getting shown of an amazing target score time moment. We love target score time because it means we end every game on a goal, and those celebrations are incredible. So we get a look at our starting lineups, and Sari, who are you looking out for today?
Well, in goal, it's Valentina Amaral for Hope FC. She is the Wake Forest goalkeeper, rising junior there, led Wake Forest to their only appearance in the NCAA National Champion, and she's been fantastic. And then on the other end of it, it's Katie Shea Collins, who is one of the most dynamic young women at this event. For the starting lineup for Prestige Worldwide, Hannah Lee opened the scoring for Prestige Worldwide in their very first game and has been a player to watch thus far.
Prestige Worldwide is made up on the men's side of mostly Amarillo, bombers, ballers. They've got a lot of chemistry together, but were knocked out of the men's bracket, eliminated in round 32. It's a massive matchup between Solo FC and Prestige Worldwide. It's a must-win game, the quarterfinals. The winner will book their tickets into tomorrow's semi-final. Prestige Worldwide will play in the blue from left to right. Solo FC in the cream from right to left. A massive matchup as Jess Charman and Sari Rose will take you through all the action here as we get ready for our first 9 minutes of action. We're kicked off at the beautiful WakeMed Sports Park in Carey, North Carolina. It's been a wonderful weekend so far. $3 million on the line. And as mentioned, this is the debut of the mixed edition. Solo FC already knocked out on the women's side. All eggs in the basket for Solo FC and Hope Solo as they look to progress further in this mixed competition. It was Evans to Stardo, dropping it back into Freeman. Prestige Worldwide have looked good, but Solo FC with a very high pressure. For Solo FC, they were given a rude awakening to life in the mixed tournament. They lost 6-0 to an impressive Detroit City side, but since then, Solo FC bounced back unbeaten in their last two.
Yes.
Well, and they had to win earlier today. They played at 3 o'clock, so a pretty quick turnaround. Only 6 hours between the end of the last game and the start of this one. We'll see how those legs are doing. As we mentioned, many of these women have played in the women's bracket as well.
Will be an early opportunity high up the pitch as Hannah Kelly Lusk takes this one. It's played inside. Prestige Worldwide utilizing the ball nicely, getting a good look at their possession-based play. McLaughlin over to Freeman. And again, just using the ball. Solo FC remaining disciplined defensively.
Shield, shield, shield.
Do have the coaches mic'd up. You'll hear coaching instruction from both sides as trying to get on the end of that one was Branson, didn't have the legs.
Hey, control the game. Stop rushing, they're dropping off.
So we're going to look at the
Swing,
Prestige
swing,
Worldwide
swing.
coach,
Use
and you can hear
Jasmine,
control the
swing.
game. That's what they've done so far with the ball.
Get her.
As a strike comes in, and it's a good save early on from Valentina Amaral.
one of the wonderful things about this event is it brings together players, friends, former teammates. The squads are comprised of a number of different connections across the team, and we had a good look at the coach for Prestige Worldwide, but Malia Arendt, who's also mic'd up on the sideline, was a roommate of Hope Solos, and that friendship has blossomed and lasts till today. And she came back last year to coach for him, back again this year, really enjoys the event.
It's funny that Solo FC bringing different things to the table, including Hope Solo arriving, accompanied by a horse to the first game of the tournament on the women's side.
It's so expanded
Campbell.
that when we win it, it's like...
Plays it back in as a big switch of the pitch.
Control, control, control. Don't force it. Use Jazz. Yes, keep it moving, keep it moving.
And all the way back into the goalkeeper.
Keep it moving.
Jasmine Espinosa in goal for Prestige Worldwide. As here is Freeman. Freeman strikes, blocked away bravely. Rare moment of possession for Solo FC, who've had to soak up a lot of pressure, but without conceding, will now have a bit of momentum with the ball.
And this late in the week, it's really about that composure and discipline, organization defensively. They're comfortable knocking that ball around, waiting for that right moment to attack.
Here we go,
Cries of here we go, Ginny. Ginny Lackey, the target forward, wearing 27 on the back, as Tatiana out-muscled in that challenge. It'll be cleared away by Prestige Worldwide. Keep eyes on Ginny Lackey, though. She is a force to be reckoned with up top. Solo FC putting themselves under some danger. Amaral with a collapsing save.
Anna, be aware.
I think we just find Ginny. Look at this high press. Hey.
Here comes Solo FC, a splitting pass into Tatiana, finds Lackey. Lackey, who scored a lovely left-footed game volley winner, as this strike deflected, and there'll be a corner kick for Solo FC. Solo FC have grown in this first quarter.
Certainly, and a great look there. You like that shot from distance if it's going to be either on the ground or
so many
kind of
numbers
high.
up, one there, and then also because they're so expanded.
Taking the corner now. Nick resets it to Dawkin. All the way across now. As Hatterberg settles back again to Dawkin. It's Solo FC's chance to string a few passes together. Did defeat Wrexham 3-0, and then a close game 2-1 over Sneaky FC. 3 teams progressed out of Group A. It's being hustled down. It's great pressure by Evans to Stado.
Dog, shape, organize.
Wayward pass. These small confines do make it difficult for those long direct balls.
Tell Hannah this.
We have seen a couple of adjustments from squads as they get used to the smaller pitch. It's only 65 long by 45 wide.
Stay here, Mary. Mary, wider, don't go in.
Freeman drops it back to Evans Tostado. Tostado has 1 goal so far for Prestige Worldwide. They have spread the goals pretty well between the squad. There's McLaughlin, and Amaral comes to grab. Valentina Amaral, a very good goalkeeper.
She's been someone who has really been a stalwart in the back line. Actually, Hope brought her out last year to play with the team, and so had a ton of minutes. There were 3 goalkeepers last year on the women's team that rotated, because Hope really wanted to give a number of different players opportunities, and so she's really been a great mentor for Amaral as she gets ready for her junior year at Wake Forest in the fall.
Amazing mentor to have. Not many goalkeepers have the opportunity to learn and be challenged and trusted by the one and only Hope Solo.
Hope had 202 caps with our women's national team. She's actually really prides herself on trying to help young goalkeepers. She met a young goalkeeper from Central America and actually mentored her kind of virtually for a little bit. So trying to give back. She's a 2015 World Cup winner had a 16-year career with our
Former
U.S.
goalkeeper
women's national
myself.
team.
I grew up really enjoying the work of Hope Solo as into Lackey, cleared away. Here comes an opportunity, breaking forwards. As again, Solo FC back on defense with a strong challenge. These quarters go very quickly in the mixed game. 9 minutes to try and build chemistry, to create opportunities as Solo FC cutting it into the box. It'll be cleared away again by Evans Tostado. And then a foul, little chippy there.
Kitty Shea Collins has probably one of the most terrific engines that we've seen of players here. She is all over the pitch, rarely comes off when it's on the women's side of play.
McLaughlin sends it over to that left-hand side. And they'll switch it all the way back to Dueñez. Dueñez hangs up a teasing cross. And unable to keep that one in was Prestige Worldwide.
That's really what helps these teams in the attack, is that ball movement. Can they swing the ball around, and can they get runs off of it? There's a very exciting match between Drunken Monkeys and the U.S. Women's National Team. And once again, we love seeing that movement off the ball. Can they play it into somebody and get runners off of them?
Here's Vicky Bruce, a local legend in North Carolina. Poor giveaway from Bruce, who played most recently with the Carolina Ascent, as Kelly Lusk is blocked. It's the danger in these small confines. One wayward pass can create a golden opportunity. I'll take this corner short. Estrada. And that'll do it for the first 9 minutes of action. First quarter is down. And the men will enter onto the pitch. A pretty tentative affair by both teams, Sari.
I think it's interesting, you know, one of the differences between the men and the mixed, or the women and the mixed, is the fact that when it's the men or the women, they only play 3 or 4 minutes, and then they're rotating players on because it's 18 minutes to play. But now it's only 9, so players can stay on the pitch a little bit longer than they might because they get that respite.
This week on Sunday Night Baseball, Pete Crow-Armstrong and the Cubs are heading to St. Louis to take on Jordan Walker and the Cardinals. Sunday Night Baseball live on NBC and Peacock. We've had the gender switch now as the men of both Prestige Worldwide and Solo FC are into the game. We'll see if anything changes with the tempo, with the rhythm. We saw both sides enjoying extended spells of possession, but neither goalkeeper really forced into a world-class save. Lopez lays across. A lot of the men on this side are made up of players from Amarillo Bombers. The Bombers were eliminated in the round of 32 on the men's side, so now they can focus as, again, risky play, but recovered again. Ball clipped forward centrally. CJ Sapong on the defense. Referee says no foul. Play continues with Solo FC. Sapong won't get there. And now a yellow card is flashed. The yellow card will be shown to number 11, Daniel Chamelet.
And you've got to appreciate Sapong, right? He's going to try and deny that ball in. If he can't deny the ball in, he's definitely going to try and deny the turn. So we will see a bit of a battle between our lone forwards a lot of times and the center backs.
I'll tell you something, we've seen a lot of red cards in TST this tournament. The referees have certainly got stricter, more disciplined. With $1 million on the line. Tensions are often flaring, and the closer we get to that $1 million match on Monday in each of our divisions, the more fiery and tense things will get. Ruggles plays it back to his goalkeeper. Andreas Vaikla in goal, a Estonian national team goalkeeper. His distribution a little wayward in that moment.
Solo FC's really rotating well, putting defensive pressure on, right? They're looking to see if they can't maybe catch this Prestige Worldwide team when they're just knocking the ball around, and can they pick and choose those moments to press and attack defensively?
Solo FC almost with the turnover. It'll be working back on the defense by Ramsey. Ramsey, who scored 2 goals for Solo FC so far in the mixed tournament. It does feel like there's tired legs in these squads right now. The tempo of the game not exactly blustering, but that's a good link up with Cam Vickers. Vickers caught under some pressure. All stay with Prestige Worldwide.
You've got to give credit to the Solo FC team. They fell 6-0 to Detroit in the opening match, and then to come back and win versus Wrexham, and then win again when it was do or die this afternoon. As we mentioned, sometimes the first game at TST is really players and teams trying to figure it out.
The opportunity to commentate that game between Solo FC and Detroit City FC. I'll say Detroit City were very impressive, but also Solo FC didn't look like the squad they are now. Much more together, much more understanding. And here's CJ Sapong, plays it forwards into Ramsey, Ramsey wide into Vickers. Instead they reset it, and they move the ball quick. Solo FC can look dangerous. Drew Ruggles slots forward, easy grab for the keeper. Ruggles, who won TST with Newtown Pride back in the first tournament.
Start to hear head coach Malia Arendt already starting to give instructions to the women as they'll be making their way to the pitch in a few minutes after half.
It's interesting, the concept with the men and the women being split, because it does give coaching an opportunity. The women's sides aren't really watching the men as much. They're just focused on what they need to do better in their opportunity on the field in the third quarter. Castaneda under the pressure of Ruggles. Pedro Castaneda, also a boxer, a two-sport athlete. Sits forward into Jasso. Harrow. The movement wayward again. There has been too many loose passes from this team right now on both sides.
When you're talking about movement, we haven't seen a tremendous amount of movement. Players are actually kind of staying in their lanes. We're not seeing them really trying to switch positions as much as we usually see in 7-a-side soccer.
It does feel a little predictable at times from both these teams. It's a dangerous pass. Goodness gracious, Solo FC playing with a lot of fire. Taking some risks. Will the risk be rewarded as it's sent forwards? Was Vickers the target? Cleared no nonsense out the back by Prestige Worldwide. White the jewel over there as it stays with the team in blue. Solo FC again trying to dribble the way through traffic with Vickers resetting and all the way back to the goalkeeper. Here's Ramos. Ozzy Ramos cutting out of Carolina Core's team, playing in MLS Next. As this ball sent forwards and an easy grab for the keeper.
Carolina Core just went through massive staff changes as Eddie Pope and Donovan Ricketts will be replaced, the GM and the head coach. What they're really trying to do there is impressive. It is a MLS Next group, but they do have a junior academy that they're funding, so it's free for those players. Greensboro is a hotbed of soccer, sitting between Raleigh and Charlotte.
It's great to see the game spreading in every avenue of the United States. As a driven shot, was that touched by the keeper? It was. A brilliant one-handed save by the keeper as his hand came flying out. Andreas Weichler, very important touch.
And this is what they like to do. Can they get end line? Can they serve that ball across? Not quite the angle. Didn't have runners on it. But as we mentioned, if these teams can get a ball end line and kind of bang-goo it back, it's an older term, but that's a ball slotted across with runners coming onto it.
Just seems like they need to put it into a dangerous area. And here's a dangerous area. Lopez heading forwards, across into Castaneda. Castaneda cuts, and you saw lurking, because there is no offside, of course. Jose Lopez almost able to get a tap in.
Really just caught number 6, Guillermo Pino. Kind of slow there. Didn't even recognize that the run was coming in behind him.
So volley sizzles high. It's off of the boots there of Ozzy Ramos. An audacious effort, just not enough dip on it.
You're right, it's really just kind of a slow moving. They're comfortable just kind of lulling the opponent to sleep, which is really why some of these rule changes in TST have occurred. You have to move the ball forward every 8 seconds. When you get to target score time, you can't play it back, you can't keep it in your defensive half. All of those rules instituted to make the game more exciting. People love goals.
Right now, this is not a game for the TST history books. We still have 2 more quarters to follow after this one. Anything can happen. There's Chamali. Lovely footwork. Chamali being defended by Ruggles. Drops it back to Haro. An inside pass. There's a strike from distance. Another big save. Down to his left by Weikler.
Weikler appeared to be a little bit shielded, as there was both the Prestige Worldwide player and the defender in front of him, but good reaction save there for the big man to get down low like that.
Corner kick was given straight to Juarez of Solo FC. A poor corner kick, and then a pretty brutal foul coming in. But there will not be time for the pursuing free kick, because that's half-time between Solo FC and Prestigious Worldwide. Not the most exciting first 2 quarters, if we're completely honest, but with $1 million on the line, plenty more action still to come here. So in a game that didn't have too many moments through the first 2 quarters, it is 0-0 between Solo FC and Prestige Worldwide. Solo FC still all smiles right now, $1 million, both teams still alive. We'll have halftime action when we come back.
The soccer tournament is presented by RBC Wealth Management, the official wealth management sponsor of TST.
Welcome back to Cary, North Carolina. Solo nil, Prestige Worldwide nil in this mixed division quarterfinal. Not too much action yet, but a big 2-second quarters right around the corner. Let's take a look at our halftime stats brought to you by RBC Wealth Management. Sari Rose, what are you seeing out of our halftime stats so far?
Well, as you can see, it's a pretty even match. Only 2 shots on goal by either team. There's been a ton of possession around the back. They really haven't been dynamic in and around the box, and therefore we haven't seen a ton of action. A couple of big-time saves by the big goalkeeper for Solo FC to keep the ball out of the back of the net, but we're hoping they'll be a little more dynamic in these next 2 quarters of play.
Well, kickoff is just around the corner of quarter number 3. We're going to take a quick pause, but when we come back, quarter 3 and 4 as we look to find a winner between Solo FC and Prestige Worldwide. Stick with us here. Welcome back to the soccer tournament at beautiful WakeMed Soccer Park. It's the mixed division quarterfinals, Solo FC and Prestige Worldwide. The teams have been well and truly ready to kick off, and they've kicked off very quickly. But it is Prestige Worldwide in the blue, Solo FC in the white. Glad you're joining us wherever you're watching in the world, as the winner of this game will book a ticket to the semi-final and be one step closer to the $1 million prize money. It was a very tentative, some would say boring, but I'm not going to use that word, but not exactly electrifying first 2 quarters. But already we can see a bit more ball movement, and it's a little quicker and more urgent.
They were disciplined and composed in the first half. And maybe they'll take more chances in the second half, although mistakes are brutal, as any mistake could lead to being knocked out of the tournament.
I like your synonyms better than mine, as here comes an opportunity. It's Campbell looking to get onto that right boot. It's clipped high and wide. And was that out for a throw-in? I think it was. Should have said kick it.
Too many voices. Mackenzie, don't cheat. Mackenzie, you're cheating.
Good. Forward if you can.
Yes.
Physical tackle came in. Bruce does enough to recover. She's a veteran player with a veteran move to reset that pass.
She's been a part of North Carolina soccer for so many years, having gone overseas for a stint and then back to be part of that inaugural Carolina Ascent team. It's coached by Philip Poole. Poole had been part of our goalkeeping staff with the U.S. women's national team.
Bruce does brag that she scored the first ever goal in Super League history. Not a bad honor to have to your name. Carolina Ascent defeated, though, 3-1 in the Super League final that took place today. Lexington win that one.
Back in, back in, back in. Hannah!
As Bruce, lovely cut, picks her head up, lays this ball forwards. Turning on a dime was Collins, but got dispossessed by a good tackle away. Here comes Prestige.
And I love how Prestige Worldwide just collapsed in on Katie Shea Collins. She is so dynamic in the attack. And not only did she have a player on the back, but 2 players on either side, really trying to limit her ability on the ball.
Great strength from Estrada. She finds Kelly Lusk, who can't find the target. But I like what I'm seeing out of Dominique Estrada there, wearing the number 6 jersey. That was very strong on the ball.
Stay there, stay there.
Where you at, Jenny? Where you at, Jenny?
Cries of "Let's go solo" booming around Wake Med Soccer Park. A good fan base has filled the stands. A lot of people wearing Solo FC jerseys. Those were available in the shop here, courtesy of soccer.com. But it's Prestige moving forwards with momentum, with energy. A strike and a big save by Amaral to parry that away. It was Mackenzie Evans Tostado with the quick strike from distance.
And that's why we like those sometimes strikes from distance, because it forces the goalkeeper to maybe make a save, deflect off of somebody.
Keep. Right.
The kick was taken short.
We know these teams love to build, but sometimes it's great to just strike it if you can get your head over it and keep it down on frame, as that ball sailed over the top of the crossbar, and that was Mary Beth McLaughlin who put that over.
Talked a lot about how difficult it is to score in these smaller, lower goals from distance. I've seen some bangers from heavy ranges, but the majority of goals scored at TST involve quick ball movement and getting pretty close, as the cross served in was unable to be settled by Solo FC. But again, this second quarter for the women is almost unrecognizable to their first quarter.
Definitely a lot more movement by Prestige Worldwide. Trying to see if they can't get a goal. It's been really interesting, the comparison in terms of goals from the men and women on these teams. For Hope Solo's squad, there were only 2 goals by females out of the 5 goals that they had.
Keep going.
Prestige Worldwide also, there were only 2 goals, but they had scored 7.
Quick, set it off, just set it. Spin now, spin. Hey, ref. Distances. Keep it, Hannah, keep it.
Prestige moving down that right side, crossed into a dangerous area, cleared away by Dawkin.
2. Good. Jazzy's on. 2v1.
Prestige again cries from the bench of go 1 versus 1. It's crossed and struck, too tame by Evans Tostado. Valentina Amaral was always going to grab that one, and I love how quickly she served that out to Tatiana. Outside boot pass to Hatterberg. Dawkins cleans up the leftovers. Tatiana inside. It'll be Lackey. What a save! Ginny Lackey ripped that with some venom, and it's the newcomer into the net, Alexa Giannopoulos, with a wonderful save.
And that's exactly what we were talking about. Sometimes you just want to take a chance if there's an opening. Keeper has to make a save, and now you've got a corner kick and another opportunity in the attack here.
Wasted chance from the corner kick, but Ginny Lackey can certainly strike a soccer ball. The US men's national team takes on Senegal in the All-State Continental Classico tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time from Charlotte. Watch it live on TNT and Telemundo or stream on Max and Peacock. Get your tickets now at ussoccer.com/tickets.
Make sure she can see it. Stay here.
Summer of Soccer, and we're kicking off the Summer of Soccer in fine fashion at the soccer tournament with a $3 million prize pot split between the winners of the 3 divisions here. This obviously a brand new division for 2026, the mixed tournament.
2v1.
Prestige Worldwide looking to etch their name in history on the hop. Amaral will grab.
Dom. Hey, Dom, middle, Hannah.
These 9 minutes go so quickly. Women looking to have an impact on their team scores. Ginny Lackey causing havoc again. She'll take a quick sub with the roll-on, roll-off substitutions.
Katie Shea Collins back on the pitch. It's been her first 2 years at South Carolina. She had 23 goals and 8 assists.
Fight into the pocket.
And then transferred and will be attending Duke this fall.
Not a bad resume for your college soccer play. McLaughlin, high oppressor from Solo FC, almost caught Prestige Worldwide off guard as it went out of play.
Mackenzie.
And Solo FC will have possession.
Katie, keep leading that press.
Mackenzie, slide across one in the middle. Quick. Go.
Dawkin. Under pressure, that sub almost caught Vicky Bruce off guard, but it's able to fall to the boots of Branson. Branson just wouldn't settle for her. She was swarmed by 3 Prestige Worldwide defenders. Hatterberg skipping through tackles. Branson, what a spin. Branson, kick save away. What a quarter Alexis Giannopoulos is having. And it's deflected wide, chaotic. But to make a substitution in your goalkeeper, to bring in Alexis Giannopoulos, she has come into this quarter on fire.
And a fantastic turn and just a kick save and a beaut there by Giannopoulos. Unbelievable save to keep Prestige Worldwide in this match.
There's a full onslaught from Solo FC has been blanked by some wonderful goalkeeping as Prestige Worldwide look to punish. It's Roy, Keely Roy, shimmy. And a shot come cross that doesn't really meet the mark. Rory, who played in TST last year with Angel City when they put in a squad, as Solo FC's coaching staff watching on, they'll be encouraged. This has been a solid quarter in terms of chance creation, but thwarted by some great defensive plays.
Stay high, Katie.
The hard thing about the mixed game is you have this momentum. Now you've got to go off the pitch in a matter of moments.
It's such a short amount of time to really get in and have an impact as the whistle blows just as Solo FC was trying to get into the attack.
And it's still 0-0 here between Solo FC and Prestige Worldwide. On June 11th, history will be made. The FIFA World Cup 2026 comes to North America. Catch every match, every moment, live in Spanish on Telemundo and Peacock. The summer of soccer is here, June 11th, July 19th. Make sure you're watching the World Cup here on Telemundo. It'll be an opportunity now for the men's side as we continue into the final quarter of regulation. As Prestige Worldwide looking to change the tune. It was a very good third quarter from Solo FC and the women.
These players are really just jogging around. We haven't seen those dynamic change directions, trying to see if they can make something happen here.
Should bring the tempo. It just seems so obvious that tempo's the way, and that's a strike from Jose Lopez over the crossbar. Lopez, who did win TST 2024 with La Bombonera. It's a long ball sent forward, flicked further afield. Solo FC appealing for a penalty. It was Ozzy Ramos thinking he was helped down to the ground as he challenged for that.
And he has been exciting to watch. We'll get another look at that here as great flick on and just unable to get a touch on it. But a tremendous effort there by Ramos.
Prestige Worldwide weaving through traffic, pulling the trigger, big save away, and the rebound is put home. It's Eric Harrow on the score sheet. Prestige Worldwide have the lead.
And this is a terrific shot. Great save by the keeper initially. Can't get the rebound as Eric Harrow just absolutely buries that ball in. Fantastic strike with his right.
It's all about being the quickest to respond, and Harrow gambled, and he reaped the rewards there as the deadlock is finally broken between these two sides in the fourth quarter. As we know, still target score time to follow. It's Drew Ruggles. Switching it over to that left-hand side.
Those are those half chances that you have to take. We talked about that, right? You're knocking the ball around, knocking the ball around. If you have an opening, can you try and just put it on frame? You know the goalkeeper may save it, but they may also have to just deflect it or parry it away, and now you get that second opportunity to just crash the box.
Just create some chaos in and around the box. There's chaos ensuing, but Prestige Worldwide clear it very easily. Ramin into the back line with Ruggles. Also makes you rue the missed opportunities. It was amazing goalkeeping, of course, by Alexa Giannopoulos, but how many chances did Solo FC's women create in that third quarter that just weren't able to find the back of the net? Castañeda, big save. Another wonderful save off of the hands of Andreas Weichler. Pinpoint, point-blank reaction.
And Weichler holds his ground here, comes up big with the save, as that was just a bullet into him.
Keeping this Solo FC side in the game. I'm sure his GM, Hope Solo, will be very happy with that goalkeeping moment. There's going to be a little bit of pressure on the shoulders of a goalkeeper when Hope Solo's watching on. Zendelek, so far keeping a clean sheet through his 1.5 quarters played. Just booted long, high, and easy grab for Weichler out of the ground. Look at that arm towards Ruggles. Ruggles heads it inside. No one really sprinting ahead of Ruggles, but this time it's back to Ruggles. One-time pass, Esque into Ramsey. Ramsey all the way back to the half with Juarez.
One of the things that needs to be noted is every team prepares differently for TST. There's some teams that come in and have a 2-week camp.
CJ Sapong draws the foul, knows exactly what he's doing there. Spins straight into Eric Harrow. Ooh, and arms flaring. Did say it would get heated with the prize pot.
You see a good job of using his body to shield that ball and draw the foul, and then they both get up and have a couple of words with each other, but it's now Ramsey over the ball.
Zach Ramsey, who has 2 goals to his name in this mixed tournament. Ramsey curls it, Sapong touches, Ruggles it in!
And that's the type of chaos that can happen when there are no offside here at the tournament. Ruggles was lurking behind the keeper and just causing chaos. You see this ball's driven in. It's going to get played out to Ruggles, and then it actually gets deflected, and it's number 12, Andy Garcia, with the own goal for Prestige Worldwide. But that doesn't happen if Ruggles isn't causing some trouble in the box, and a fantastic celebration there by the big man.
I think Drew Ruggles is going to say, the shot was on target, give it to me. As here comes a nutmeg, weaving run. Looking to bite back instantly. Prestige Worldwide. Target score time getting very interesting as this one is locked in a 1-1. It will be next goal wins between these two sides. But Sarah, I'm going to give you some credit here. You said put it into the danger zone. Create some chaos. And look what happens.
And like we said, you could see him starting to make the run behind the goalkeeper, and then he jumps out in front, and Sapong's able to lay it off. And it just, once again, it's the movement. It's just those half chances. You've got to sometimes go for it, especially when you've got a free kick like that.
Here's Kiki Keynes. Keynes played it inside. Over to Rose. Rose, big save into the danger zone. Ruggles able to clear the leftovers. Looks like the backline of Solo FC learned their lesson. Back to defend and clear away the rebound. But still alive. Prestige Worldwide, dangerous delivery. Vickers did a good job to sort his feet out there to steer that one away from frame.
Definitely facing his goal defensively is never a good idea, but great effort to open up his body as Prestige Worldwide seeing if they can't make something of these final moments of the fourth quarter.
The balls on the field today are from Voigt, the official match ball of the soccer tournament. Voigt actually invented the modern inflatable soccer ball in Los Angeles more than 100 years ago. The game hasn't been the same since. As here comes an opportunity, and it's pushed high and wide and out of play. Target score time rapidly approaching. A reminder, the women will come back onto the pitch for those first 3 minutes, and then they'll rotate between men and women until target score time is reached. As Sapong maybe looking for that one a little bit.
I think he tried to oversell that, and our official was not having it. It didn't quite look like a hard push in the backs, but sometimes if you can sell it, you can get it. And he, I think, was a little too dramatic for our official's taste.
Reaction didn't quite match the amount of push that was there.
Good no call by our official.
Again, we've mentioned, so difficult to officiate this sort of tournament. It's headed inside. Sapong back in. As a double team swarm, Prestige do a good job of getting their lines cleared as they find the boots of Lopez. Lopez across to Hara, who scored Prestige Worldwide's goal, and will go in to the end of regulation, 1-1. A quick thought, Sari Rose.
Well, much more exciting second half than first. We saw a number of goal-scoring opportunities by both of these teams, but this is where the real match begins in target score time.
You can see in the faces, it is tense here at WakeMed Soccer Park. Solo FC's side fought back into it to equalize through regulation. It's Solo FC 1, Prestige Worldwide 1. We have a massive target score time coming up next. It's next goal wins between Solo FC and Prestige Worldwide as we look to book a ticket to the semi-finals.
Okay, what's it doing? Okay, she gets the kick. Win that way. Best of luck.
The soccer tournament is presented by RBC Wealth Management, the official wealth management sponsor of TST, and by Soccer.com, an official partner of the soccer tournament.
Welcome back to Cary, North Carolina. It's target score time between Solo FC and Prestige Worldwide. Let's take a look at the target score time rules. The target score is set adding 1, so it's a target score of 2. The first of the target score wins, and players will be moved every 3 minutes because it's the mixed edition. The women will play the first 7 versus 7, men 6v6, women 5v5, and so on and so forth, all the way down to 2 versus 2, should we require it. It's next goal wins here. Jess Charman, Sari Rose, delighted you're joining us in this mixed quarter-final. Winner of this game books their tickets to the semi-final and will be 2 wins away from $1 million prize.
Get her, get her, get her.
Prestige in the blue, Solo in the white. And when we saw the final quarter of the women, so quarter 3, there was a lot of energy, a lot of moments, no goals, but you could see they really were playing with a purpose.
Yep.
As a reminder, the ball has to progress every 15 seconds, and if it's dropped back into the defensive half, it'll be a turnover, and right then they popped it on the volley back to the defensive half, so it'll be back to Prestige.
And that is a new wrinkle to TST this year. We've seen a couple of backfield violations called, but not many.
It's difficult to keep up with as a driven strike. Well done, Valentina Amaral. Had to be sharp to cut off that dangerous cross coming off of the boots of Grace Freeman.
And tremendous effort to hang on to that in that traffic there.
5-4.
Amaral boots it long. It's over the halfway line now. So it's played forwards, battling for it. Was Collins. She earns the kick in.
Organized. Chelsea, split. Don't dive, just
Solo FC trying to build. They've got 3 players in those tight quarters as fighting through and going down to ground. Referee called no foul. Bruce steps in tidily.
Organized.
Stay up.
Stay
So here comes Solo FC, all ball, cross dangerously served in. It's headed out for a corner by Freeman.
And there were 2 Solo FC players streaking towards that back post. Just unable to connect with it.
Corner was crossed across the edge of the box, but nobody there. Can't play backwards again. Does make it very difficult when you're being swarmed, but Lackey did a good job of finding a teammate into Collins. Collins cushions, trying to find a way around the brick wall defense there by McLaughlin. It's so well defended by Prestige Worldwide. They can only clear it out for a kick-in, so it will stay with Solo FC.
You talk about the differences of this tournament between 11v11 as a goalkeeper, having to play almost to the half so that your team can play it to you without playing it back is definitely uncomfortable for some of these young keepers who are just not used to that experience.
It's been interesting seeing some keepers choose to play high, others not. As a back heel towards Lackey, headed in. It's off of the head of Tatiana. It'll be bowled out for Prestige Worldwide. Can they create one more opportunity? Freeman, top of the box.
They wait till
Back towards Freeman again. Down the channel.
Watch your Ella.
As Kelly Lusk
Jenny,
hits it back. Better ball movement by Prestige. It earns a corner kick.
And not a bad idea there by Estrada to try and get the corner kick.
The good news is that they'll get an opportunity to take it. All that's happening right now is because we've surpassed 3 minutes, we'll go to 6 versus 6. And when we play 6 versus 6, it's the men's turn in the mixed game to step foot on the field.
It is just shy of 11 o'clock at night here, and the fans on the opposite side of the pitch just cheering for Solo FC. I think there is a fat head of Vicky Bruce in the fans, as well as they've been holding up their Solo FC sign. So no shortage of excitement from the crowd.
Garcia, full pass from Garcia. See some frustration as a little chippiness between teammates. Ruggles squares this. 15 seconds to get over the halfway line. Are over it now, can't play it back, and that's the danger you put yourselves in, as driving forwards and a deflection away, really well recovered by William Eske to knock that out for a corner.
And that all starts as a result of just a fantastic defensive step, really read that pass so well. And now number 17, Pedro Castaneda, taking the corner kick.
An opportunity for Another set piece as they play it short. Castaneda cuts it, and Sapong almost able to read it. Sapong does now read it. Ruggles couldn't get there. They're claiming backcourt violation, and it will be awarded. This is where it gets difficult. It's meant to be a deliberate pass in order for the referee to penalize, as a yellow card is shown for dissent.
And Andy Garcia not happy with that call, because it did actually look like Sapong's going to get up, and he's going to kick that. Nope, there was a touch backwards. Indeed, it was played into number 12, Andy Garcia, by Jose Lopez. So
I think where the confusion has been, a lot of people are learning that the play isn't resetting. It's out of play. I think the mind of a lot of players, from what I've heard, is that they think if it touches the opposition, they can then go backwards. So it's fine-tuned, learning lessons. It's the first time this rule has been implemented in TST in year 4 of the tournament. Ruggles back to goal. Here's Ramsey forwards. Cleared away. An opportunity with Solo FC's back line out of position. It's Keynes driving. Keynes cutting through the defense. It's not back to the keeper to just launch that ball long.
It's good defending there by Zachary Ramsey. Talk about the connections. He played at Washington, which is where Hope Solo played, and so came out here, and as you mentioned, has 2 goals and also an assist this tournament.
Contingency for Ruggles, tries it. Didn't have enough power, goalkeeper backpedaling. Philip Zendelek would have had it covered if it had been on frame, but why not try it? Garcia directing traffic, telling everybody to get forward. Look how high Zendelek is now. Talk about goalkeepers playing sweeper. Zendelek assessing his options. Has to be perfect here, though. Lopez. Towards the corner flag. Laid inside. Lopez will receive. Lopez can't quite get a foot on. Garcia defended. Everybody back for Solo FC, putting bodies on the line as it's popped forward, and the keeper will grab comfortably. And again, the whistle will blow. That'll halt it. We'll go to 5 versus 5. Women's turn to shine. It's close. It's edgy. There are chances. Sorry.
Well, it's definitely getting more and more exciting as each player is removed from the pitch. Solo FC women have found themselves going deep into target score time on a number of occasions this TST. There's a good look at the namesake, Hope Solo. Nervous on the sidelines.
Well, for Hope Solo, it's all eggs in this one basket now. The women were knocked out in the group stages. Now, she needs her mixed team to continue to keep the Solo FC brand alive in TST.
Hey, hey, hey!
Often it comes
Mackenzie!
Organization paramount as the spaces get bigger as we go less and less on the pitch.
Stay, Mackenzie, stay! Stay!
Dawkin taking her ground. Across now to Branson. Dawkin, sweeper keeper Amaral is up for support. Here she is. It's back to Amaral. Heavy touch, clipping this ball, looking for the jump of Branson. Branson chests inside. Won't get on the end of it. As here come Prestige and a very nice defensive recovery by Solo FC to deflect that one out and slow down Prestige worldwide.
Get her, get her.
What a sprint back by Collins. Collins has an engine on her, and so does Branson. Branson trying to force a kick in, doesn't get there. Big step out the back into Branson. Branson turning. Branson across to Dawkin. Dawkin fighting through that ball. Great strength to Branson. Won't be able to just settle. I say the defensive transitions are quite remarkable.
Unbelievable, and it looks like Dawkin maybe took a little knock. She's Kind of gingerly working her way back.
The roll-on, roll-off subs. Can't afford to have anyone less than 1,000% out there, particularly when 5 versus 5. Branson to Dawkin.
Stay.
Dawkin across to keeper Amaral. Further wide, Ginny Lackey is checked into the game, has 1 target score time goal to her name. Cries of stay in the middle, Ginny. Get close to the goal.
Find Ginny, feet.
As Amaral to Lackey, pops it across to Dawkin. Dawkin, tip of the shoulder, Branson. Branson back to Amaral.
You can hear Malia Arendt, the head coach, just barking instructions to her team. They want to try and play into the target and then get that movement off as
Lackey, Dawkin. Branson's in the box, finds her. Branson had a tidy spin in the second quarter. Couldn't turn this time. It's back to Lackey. We've seen her rip it from here. Instead, Amaral. Prize of 45 seconds, find a chance. Amaral, Lackey. Here's Lackey. Great shape from Prestige Worldwide. And what a miscue that is from Amaral. Some jeers coming from the Prestige Worldwide bench.
We talked about the evolution of these teams in TST as they get the experience. The first year, Malia Arendt was very honest about the fact they were just learning how to play and what to do. And this year, they have a better game plan, much more organized, and have a strategy coming into TST.
Giannopoulos controls. What a game she had in her quarter. Urged to shoot, Giannopoulos. Can't blame her, can you?
I believe in the very first iteration of the women's division, it was the Brazilian goalkeeper, Barbara, that actually had a goal in one of the knockout stages for the Tampa Bay squad.
Awesome job. Here we go. Awesome.
See it, goalkeeper goals. I think Hope Solo would have nightmares for weeks if a goalkeeper scored the game-winning goal against her team. And we're down 4 versus 4. Next goal wins. We've got a sweeper keeper in Drew Ruggles checking in. Another part of the game that teams learn to evolve with, whether they'll play with a true goalkeeper or they'll take the gamble of someone that might not be as good with their hands, but is certainly a good player with their feet like Ruggles.
And we've seen a lot of changes where the field player will start when they have the attack. As soon as it's a turnover, there'll be that substitution and the keeper will run back when they're defending. So as we mentioned, each iteration of TST causes adaptations in the strategies of these squads.
Well, the goalkeeper is lurking. Vikler on the touchline, ready to sprint in if Solo FC can't score on this play. It's quite the sprint to get back in position, but it's risk versus reward. Ramin across. Esque gets it back. Ruggles is in the box waiting, seeing if he can get some service in. The goal is, of course, empty if they're dispossessed. As Ramin challenge. Ramin back heel to Esque. Esque curling, good save. And what a save by Philip Zendelek.
And if he does not get a hand on that, Ruggles was just lurking by that back post. That is a patented play there. As you see, this ball gets played back heel, and then it's going to get driven across the box, trying to find Ruggles, but great save there by the Prestige Worldwide keeper.
William Esque driving under pressure. He's dispossessed. He's got to make it. Commits the foul, but then it's pulled back. Referee was waiting. Was there an advantage? No advantage, so it'll be pulled back, and it'll be a free kick instead. Esque had to do everything he could, and a yellow card will be his reward.
And I actually appreciate the referee holding his whistle, letting the advantage happen. As soon as he recognized that it wasn't on, he blew the whistle and called it back.
Ruggles wondering how he could have got closer to that save if it wasn't for a brilliant hand of the goalkeeper, who has now checked out. And we have a sweeper keeper in goal for Prestige Worldwide as well. Garcia. It's Jose Lopez playing as the sweeper keeper for Prestige Worldwide. Lopez across. We've seen him take some strikes from distance too. It's just toying as we are under 30 seconds now until we go down to 3 versus 3. Garcia to Lopez. Just trying to find a way to move the ball, create a look, create some space. Garcia, turn of pace. Gets it back. Lopez, toe pokes it forwards. Gets it back again. Hard not to get impatient as a Solo FC defender and not just try and win back the ball.
And it is all about that patience and discipline defensively.
Garcia gives it away. Ramin sent it forward, foot races on, it's headed forward by Ramsey. Ramsey's gonna win it! Solo FC have done it! Zach Ramsey beats the defender and buries it home. Solo FC still have hope, and they have hope Solo. 2-1 the winners, and Solo FC booked their tickets to the semi-finals of the mixed division. Look what it means, Sari Rose.
Well, just an unbelievable effort by Zach Ramsey. He has been working both sides of the pitch and gets rewarded for his efforts as he's able to just walk that goal in and is the hero of this late night match on field 3.
The emotions are evident as the golden fleece will be handed around the neck of Zach Ramsey. That's his 3rd goal of the tournament. He has been a real important player for this Solo FC unit, but a remarkable performance by Solo FC as we'll get another look to admire this moment of brilliance from Zach Ramsey, because yes, it's an easy finish, but he has to work hard.
Well, it's all about the patience, right? They find that moment, a good effort to just play that ball forward. He's going to win the header there, and then it's just an easy poke in for the game winner for Zach Ramsey, number 10 of Solo FC.
A moment that keeps the $1 million dreams alive. And those players and staff and Hope Solo in your picture, sprinting because they are well and truly aware that they are one step closer to the final that will take place on Monday. But first, it's the semi-final taking place tomorrow. Fans appreciating the big moment. But as we get a moment to just wind up this match, Sari Rose, what do you make of the game? Solo FC eventually victorious.
Well, it started off slow. The first half was a little bit of lulling us to sleep, but the excitement built, and I love the patience and organization of this Solo FC squad. They clearly had a game plan going into target short time, and they were able to execute it and get the W.
A massive moment for Hope Solo and company. Hard to believe they started life in this mixed tournament with a 6-0 defeat, and now they are all the way in to the semi-finals. A wonderful day in Cary, North Carolina, and the soccer tournament is coming to an end. For myself, Jess Charman, my broadcast partner, Sari Rose, and our entire crew, thank you so much for joining us for this broadcast of the soccer tournament. Solo FC have booked their tickets to the semi-final. Prestige Worldwide end their journey in the quarters. Final score, Solo FC 2, Prestige Worldwide 1. Thanks so much for tuning in to TST.